Captain Crixolin, on his stellar phone patrolling the outskirts of Zaffron space, is concerned when tremendous energy signals pass through the emptiness. The Zephyrian Empire, the most powerful military force in known space, has dominated over 400 star systems for 300 years. Now they are confronted with an unknown adversary that they have never encountered before. As the spacecraft enters combat mode, red warning lights flash, and the crew braces for the unknown. As space shimmers and bends, more than 200 spacecraft emerge, each larger than anything they've ever seen. The ships are sleek and angular, with smooth gray hulls that appear to absorb rather than reflect light. They move with accuracy, referring to powerful computer systems and trained staff. Crix, a scout spacecraft designed for speed and reconnaissance, decides to watch and collect information about the alien fleet. He begins scanning their spacecraft in great detail, capturing everything from ship designs to energy signatures and formation patterns. As the alien fleet spreads out, they look to be scouts for their own mission. They travel long distances in minutes, with some headed for nearby star systems and others mapping local space lanes. A communication beacon is launched, bearing news that will shock the Empire's foundations in just hours. It will come to Nexus Prime, where High Commander Vexer reigned over 400 worlds. Cricolon's discovery will transform everything, and the cosmos will never be the same again. Admiral Jake Morrison, a member of the United Earth Space Command, is aboard the UES Liberty, a starship that has arrived at Andromeda after 2 years of transit through the dark vacuum between galaxies. The human fleet, which consists of 212 ships, has discovered a local military presence and is preparing for potential war. The aliens are structured and disciplined, despite having technology that is several centuries behind Earth's. Morrison, who hoped for a calm first contact, recognizes the need of communicating before fear turns to violence. He has broadcast regular mathematical sequences and benign greetings on many frequencies, but has received no response. Dr. Kevin Price, the fleet's leading expert on alien languages, has been analyzing intercepted transmissions between the alien ships and believes they can establish rudimentary communication within the next day. As the alien fleet prepares to respond, Morrison orders a straightforward answer in the alien tongue. The response is purposefully ambiguous, bringing serenity while also conveying a subtle message that humans are not aggressors or hapless victims. Morrison understands that this moment will determine whether first encounter leads to friendship or warfare. Morrison remains cool and war-ready as both fleets prepare for their first major test. The human expedition to Andromeda is facing its first major challenge as they prepare for the most significant first contact in cosmic history. Commander Vexer, a member of the Zephyrian Empire, receives an urgent transmission from Captain Crixolin indicating that an unknown fleet has appeared at the boundary of Zephyrian space. The aliens, who look to be equipped with energy shields and plasma guns, pose a threat to the Zephyrian Empire's strong plasma weapons. The aliens, who call themselves United Earth Space Command, are not desperate refugees or explorers, but rather a major military force pushing into Zephyrian space. The Council is fraught with anxiety and uncertainty as the alien fleet disseminates information and requests separate peace accords. The knowledge of advanced extraterrestrial technology is spreading faster than official communications, and several planetary governors are demanding authority to sign independent peace treaties. Captain Cricolon says that the aliens have begun deploying smaller scout ships along the border, ready for an invasion. Vexer wonders if the humans are protecting themselves while they determine what to do next. He advises a rapid attack with Draken 300 ships versus 200, which would have enough firepower to overpower their defenses. If they fail, the aliens will have a justification for conquest, destroying the Zahirian Empire and killing billions. Defense Minister Kolb shook his head, acknowledging the Empire's reputation as an inferior alternative. Vexeter's decision will affect the fate of his dominion, and perhaps the entire civilization. The balance of power in their galaxy is about to shift forever, with the fate of the Zephyrian Empire and civilization at stake. Admiral Morrison and his senior officers were examining the tactical display of Zephyrian force buildup in Zephyrian space. Over 300 alien vessels ringed the human fleet, keeping a safe distance but plainly prepared for combat. The situation became perilous, and emotions rose on a daily basis. Both sides were prepared for a potential battle, but Morrison believed that peaceful communication was still feasible. Morrison questioned Dr. Price, a xenolinguistics expert, about their translation capabilities and how they would manage simple diplomatic encounters. He demanded a face-to-face meeting with their leaders, and Ambassador Bell oversaw the proceedings. Bell had been prepared for this moment since the fleet left Earth, but it was their first encounter with an advanced society from another galaxy entirely. Morrison called for a meeting between the two forces in a neutral venue, and the response came in 2 hours. Fleet Admiral Draken, representing the Zephyrian Empire, agreed to meet on his flagship, the Imperial Dominion. Ambassador Bell, Dr. Price, Captain Davis, and security guards made up the diplomatic party. The conversation between the two parties was deliberate and polite, with both sides seeking information while avoiding direct threats or obligations. Dr. Price said that humanity originated in the Milky Way galaxy and traveled for more than 2 years to reach Andromeda. He also said that the Zafran Empire lacked Earth's resources and military capability. The Zephyrians and the Zafran Empire have a diplomatic meeting to discuss peaceful coexistence, trade, cultural exchange, and mutual collaboration. The Zephyrians have no desire to conquer or dominate and prefer collaboration, but they will protect themselves if required. The Zephyrians pose extensive inquiries about human technology and capabilities, and the humans provide enough information to demonstrate their supremacy without disclosing military secrets. Fleet Admiral Drahan makes the critical decision to forward the ideas to High Commander Vexer, who will examine the promise of friendly ties. As the diplomatic group returns to the UES horizon, Captain Davis wonders what High Commander Vexer will do. The fate of the two civilizations depends on the selection of leaders who have never met High Commander Vexer studies the diplomatic report and determines whether to accept human demands for peace or risk his empire being destroyed in a war. The human fleet begins to demonstrate its peaceful intentions with acts rather than words. Admiral Morrison suggests peace talks, arguing that they cannot defeat the Zafran Empire in war and do not want to fight them. In a final council meeting, the Zephyrian Empire confronted the challenge of adapting to the new situation. They offered the Andromeda Accords, a treaty promoting mutual collaboration and peaceful cohabitation that includes technology sharing, economic partnerships, and mutual defense arrangements. In exchange, they vowed to maintain friendly ties and restrict access to their land for exploratory missions. The Zephyrian Empire might keep its governing territory and dignity while having access to innovative technologies and protection from a stronger armed force. The Krillian Federation and the Shadow Hegemony have been exploring the Empire's borders, and Ambassador Bell raised this issue during discussions. Human ships would patrol important border areas, providing security as Zephyrian forces transition to new technologies. The Empire's opponents could come into war with humanity. Admiral Morrison and High Commander Vexer signed the historic pact during a ceremony aboard a neutral space station. The Andromeda Accords benefited both civilizations by improving technology, establishing collaborative research stations, and promoting wealth. The Empire was no longer the most powerful military force in the galaxy, but it was stronger and more secure. The galaxy had revolutionized by prioritizing collaboration over dominance, establishing a new model for galactic civilization centered on mutual respect and prosperity.